question for any of the student athletes, please raise your hand and we'll get you the mic. And please address who the question is to, or say it's to all of them, and we could go down the line here. So whoever wants to start, please raise your hand and we'll get you the mic.
PJ Brown, Arizona Daily Star. How was your travel experience to College Park?
Addison, why don't you start?
Yeah, so we took a bus. The bus ride ended up being a long one, but we made it down here, and it was a lot of fun on the bus. We were playing some games, so we made it a fun experience. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, like she said, it was pretty lengthy, but I mean, we made it worthwhile. Like you said, we played games, we got homework done, we talked to each other, watched movies, so it felt a lot shorter than it actually was. So.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the season, we've gone on a couple long bus journeys within our own league in the Patriot League, so we're used to the bus rides by now. I know one of our teammates, she got a dog hammock, so she was taking a nap the entire ride, so it was a pretty smooth sailing trip.
Okay.
What games did you play? What movies did you watch?
Yeah, so we played Catchphrase, which that was a lot of fun, and then one of our teammates also bought the little mini travel size Bop It game, so we played those.
Me personally, I did homework, but I know some of our teammates watched Hunger Games.
Yeah, a couple of us are on a crime doc kick,
Yeah.
so whatever's on Netflix.
PJ?
How many hours did it take?
I think we left at around 3:30, and I think after stopping for food, I think we got in around,
Like, was it
10-ish? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's it like to finally be here and to be ready to play your first NCAA game on Friday?
Brona, we'll start with you.
I think we're all just so excited for this opportunity. I know even since our championship game Sunday, the excitement's just been at an all-time high, so we're all just really excited and grateful to be here for a great opportunity.
Yeah, I would agree. I think like a lot of girls dream to be in our position, and the fact that we are lucky enough and we have the ability to be here says a lot. And we're really excited. We can't believe it. We're still on cloud 9, and so we just can't wait to play tomorrow.
Yeah, it's such a surreal experience. I think we're just so excited to be able to represent, the Patriot League and Holy Cross and the state of Massachusetts. So I think we're just really excited for that opportunity. It's a dream come true. I mean, walking into that locker room and being able to get your little March Madness swag bag is something that you see on Instagram and on media all over. And so it was just it's a surreal experience. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Anything else? Yeah.
What would you call Holy Cross ball?
Addison?
I think, just being a team. I think we all have each other's back, and I think that's what makes our team so unique. We have team chemistry on and off the court, so just having each other's backs and playing for each other and with each other is something that Holy Cross basketball and the Patriot League stands for.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, every day when we go in the huddle, we say family, and so with family comes ups and downs and a lot of communication. I think this year definitely proved that we overcome a lot. Our bonding on and off the court, as Adia said, is amazing. We love each other. We're with each other every day. So I just think that Holy Cross basketball is just family through and through.
Yeah, I mean, they've both said it. I think we're just such a tight-knit group on and off the court, and it's reflected in how we play. We just play together and play for each other, and I think the exciting thing about this team is, like, anybody can step up and have a good day. We have a lot of different weapons on offense and defense, so I think and we're all proud of each other regardless of who's having their day, so I think it's just a really tight-knit group.
Anything else from anyone for the student athletes? PJ?
Yeah, you mentioned a little bit of some adversity and ups and downs. What were your challenges getting here this year?
Who wants to start? Brona?
Sorry. I think as a team, we just, in our season, we came out really strong, and then kind of in the middle of the season, I know the Patriot League, it's a tough competition. There's a lot of teams who can win a game on any given night, so I think there was a couple of games that were tied. We had a couple overtime losses. So I think just to come over that hump and kind of ride it out the rest of the season, we really just got in a roll and started playing our best basketball at the end of the season. So I think it was just really coming together as a group through the wins and the losses throughout the season, and just having that kind of experience and learning, because we are a young group. We have 4 grade freshmen this year. So I think just having them be able to learn through those games just really came and was an advantage for us later in the season.
We only Addie's our only senior, so like Verona said, we are a young group, and so coming to practice and games every day, we learn a lot every single day. It's a learning curve every time we step on the court, and so we just had to overcome anything that came at us. Like Verona said, we hit a bit of a hump in the road, but we got over it, and we're here today, and we honestly cannot wait to play.
Yeah, kind of going along with that, being a young team, I think we graduated 4 seniors last year, 4 seniors that contributed a lot to the program. So I think at the beginning of this year, we had a lot of, questioning like what our identity is going to be on this team. And so I think starting out the season, we were able to do that. But after we hit that little bump in the road, like we're saying, I think just being able to, get back to the basics and stay together was really important for us.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Hello. Oh,
You told me. I did it anyways. First time for everything, right? Hi, everybody. It's good here?
that
One
one.
more? All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Bet my players didn't do that.
You're not the first one today.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
well, that makes me feel a little better.
We got like 1 minute.
Okay,
Then we can start. Good. Cool. All right, everyone. We're joined by Holy Cross head coach Maureen McGarity. We'll take questions for Coach. Please raise your hand, and we'll get you the mic. PJ.
Hi, PJ Brown from the Arizona Daily Star. What was your trip like getting here?
Yeah, we're just absolutely thrilled, obviously, to be here. There's a lot of moving variables that kind of went into place. We ended up having to get on a bus yesterday, and it wasn't the easiest trip for sure. But we did it, and if anything, we were able to bond even longer on on the bus. And this team is a really, really special team, and so. Like we said, we're just still running on adrenaline, and but we got in we left at 3 o'clock in Worcester and got here a little after 11 last night.
And what was it like, Selection Sunday, you hear your name called, and then you have about 48 hours to figure out what's next, how you're getting there, the food, all the logistics, and then you're here now.
Yeah, it's super overwhelming, and I think and obviously in a very positive way. And for the Patriot League, our championship game's on Sunday on top of it too. So it was a long day, but just an emotionally just one of those days that you'll never forget. For starting in the morning, having to prepare for a huge championship game. It was a very dramatic game. Getting back on the bus, thankfully we were only an hour away in Boston, and then preparing for the selection show. And then obviously once that happens, I give so much credit to our administration, and my staff is incredible, just getting everything done. And we're just really excited. And obviously the travel piece was a huge question mark. Obviously finding out that we couldn't charter by a couple miles, figuring out the buses, the impending snowstorm. There's a lot of moving parts, but I'm just so grateful to our staff and our administration to help figure all that out for us.
How do you think you'll carry that momentum into Friday's game?
Yeah, again, I think, being on a bus for that long, looking at it as one more road trip to all be together. And, a positive, I guess, of being on a bus for over 8 hours was they got to just really celebrate each other and have fun in the back. And, obviously we know we have a really, really tough test against an amazing Maryland team tomorrow. But just, continuing to embrace each other and living in the moment, and just as the head coach, and being the first time that we've done this in a really long time, first time for this whole group, it's really important just to just celebrate, every opportunity that we can. And I thought we did a great job of that last night and then this morning as well.
And what would you say is sort of your signature? What is Holy Cross basketball all about?
Yeah, I think, this is my third season now. Got hired at the very start of COVID. And so, I think that this group is a really young group, a really hungry group. Just really amazing young women that just want to win and find a way to win. And I think this year especially, just a really unselfish team. It doesn't matter who the star is. And I think, you watch us play, and we have so many different weapons that can step up and score and take over a game, and are genuinely happy for each other, and they don't really care who, gets the notoriety. So it's just been a really, really fun year in that sense, just to embrace each other. And we had to pull a really tough stretch out. I think defensively, we've really that's been our identity this year, just defending people. And that has been a consistent. Our offense has thankfully turned it on in the last couple of weeks, but just our toughness and our grit, and we're just a really hungry group.
And was there a moment in the season that you thought, this is a really special year?
I think, I've been saying it, and I know it sounds very cliche, But even this summer, I just think it was a really special group. Graduating the group that we did last year. 4 seniors that were incredible for us as a program, and who we had coming back. We have 1 senior on our team, Addie Cross, and so it just seemed like just a great vibe, and just really, like I said, hungry, always in the gym, just want to do whatever it takes to win. But then as the season, I think, our turning point was the last game in our non-conference, in my opinion, at home against University of Vermont, who just absolutely blew us out of the gym that day and played so well, and that was just a really, really tough loss. Obviously, Vermont's gone on and are in the NCAA tournament as well, but since then, I think we just really regrouped and refocused, and and then had an amazing conference schedule. And I think it's been a long season, just like everybody. It's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs with a young group, just sticking together. And I think the last 2 weeks have really picked it up. I think the intensity, the focus, the game at Army West Point, in my mind too, really was just a huge signature win for us.
And with such a young team, how do you guide your team for a moment like this?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think your players always look to you, for your lead and how you're going to react to things. And I think, with a young team, it's really important just to show up, feel confident. We deserve to be here. You earn your right to be here, but also to enjoy it, and not there isn't any reason to play tight, and we're going to be well prepared. I have a great staff that is always preparing the team, and when we show up, we know the game plan. I know they're going to stick to the game plan. I know we're going to defend to the best of our ability. But just to have fun and to celebrate this amazing season, and so far they've really, I think the last couple of days they've proven that they're really excited to be here. Today we went and got pedicures and manicures this morning before we came, so just trying to keep it a little light and loose, and it's been a really, really special time already.
Is there anything special you do in practice to simulate or prepare for Maryland's press and the way they defend in general?
Yeah, I think that's going to be obviously a huge piece for us, and I think we've seen a decent amount of full court pressure, and we have some really great playmakers, but we are young, and in a big game like this, you look back to our championship game, and that's how BU came back into the game. We were able to break the press within how we got into our offense. We really kind of didn't really get into a flow in that second half. So, it's hard to simulate things, especially we just came off of spring break, so we have some great male practice players that come in, but we've been on spring break, so we've seen it a lot. We've watched a lot of film. We are a really deep team, so when we do, our scout team is able to simulate it. So we feel prepared, but, obviously we know it's going to be a tough day tomorrow with that.
Does anyone have anything else? All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank
Good
you.
luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much.